welcome back to Empty Pockets Off-Road and Overland. In this video, I'm doing something pretty different. Some of you may know, but most of you probably don't. I pump portable toilets for a living. My family has owned this business for 25 years, maybe 26 years now. And I've been professionally pumping porta potties for the last 10 or so years. I grew up doing it, of course, being a family business, but anyway, a few weeks ago, I have a customer up here in the mountains that has 4 units. They're living in tiny houses. And he calls and he says, yeah, the driveway's plowed for you, it's fine. We've just had a really big snowstorm. And I get up there and he's about a mile in. Within a quarter mile, I was stuck. I had the F-250 with the tank in the back just buried to the frame. At one point, we had his pickup stuck, his tractor stuck, the neighbor's pickup and the neighbor's tractor stuck, and I was still buried. Well, he needed to go, and I called my dad and had him bring my Jeep up. We were able to anchor my Jeep to another customer's pickup, and I was able to use my winch and pull the Ford out. Now that Ford, it's an F-250 with the tank in the back. It weighs about 12,000 pounds with all of the stuff it needs. So my little 9,000 pound Quadratec winch, I should have taken a video of it, but it managed to get it out, poor thing. You know, it's probably way too much weight for it. I did do a double line pull, but anyway, it did get it out. Right now, I'm in my XJ. I have 4 toilets on the back. I didn't want to risk driving up here. It's at least a 30-minute drive up here. I didn't want to come up here, get stuck, and not be able to do anything anyway. So I brought my Jeep, knowing, or hoping at least, that I can get in and out of there with the trailer, no problem. And I'll just swap these toilets out for them for now, and then come up again later when everything's all cleared out. You know, life, and especially work, can be pretty boring sometimes, so you gotta try to make your own adventures, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. I could have just told this guy, well, I'll see you in a few weeks when the roads are all clear, but I had some extra time today, and I thought, you know, this might be a fun little adventure. Maybe I'll get stuck in his driveway, maybe not, I don't know. I guess we'll see. We're almost there, so I'll turn the camera around when we pull in his driveway and show you what we're dealing with. So here's the main road. It looks just fine. His driveway is just ice and narrow, and the problem is he has a small tractor and my truck is wide. So this has all been settled out. There was a lot more snow than this. And what happened is I was going along and I was making it just fine, but he only did a couple passes with his little tractor, and then they've been driving on it. So the middle of the road was nice and packed down, but my truck being wider than their vehicles, I slipped off just a little bit, and at that point I was just stuck. As soon as I did that, and I mean, we pulled on it with a tow strap for a bit, and almost had it out, but it was just riding the ditch over here on the left side. And you know, once it got down to the frame and I was soaking wet and cold and I'm tired of digging, you know, there was no getting out. I am really glad I didn't drive my septic truck up here today, because I really don't think I would have been getting in and out of here. Not easily. He said he's been plowing on it, but I can't really tell. So there's my mark from the other day. Actually, that looks like someone else's. I was stuck right here though, on this other side of that drainage ditch. So I've never done service out of a back of an XJ before. Try not to get the blue stuff all over my interior. So I just cut this bag open. I'll dump it in the toilet. Brought some water with me, towels, toilet paper, some de-icer. That's a good thing too, because that toilet not only is full, but it's full of ice. Now the outside of these toilets are unfortunately going to be dirty, but the insides are pretty clean. These ones were trashed. You can see that's one of their driveways. This is the main road. This is the only part that's graveled. They got 4 tiny houses up here. So I'm gonna get this toilet all wiped down and stocked with toilet paper. And then we'll move on to the next one. On the way out, I'm gonna pick them up. You know, the ones that are dirty, I'm gonna pick up and put them on the trailer and take them back to the shop so they can thaw out and be cleaned eventually. Not too bad, considering, especially the road coming in was muddy. And I'll wash the outsides next time I'm up with the truck and have water. So let's go get the other 3. This is like doing snow runner with a scout truck, but in real life. I've been pretty impressed with the XJ today. Some pretty steep inclines coming up here. And I usually don't haul a trailer. I still have factory gears with these 35s. And it did really good. No overheating. We're actually running cool. But it is, you know, freezing cold outside. So that helps. All right, there's the hard driveway. That toilet back there, you can see it in the middle of the screen, hasn't been touched in over a month because he was supposed to bring it out to the main road for me with his tractor and he couldn't. So I think I will try to get in there. I don't think the Jeep's gonna have a problem. And if I do have a problem, he said if I stick to the left, there should be an old stump. Maybe that one right, you know, right there. That might be what he's talking about. I don't know if I'd want to winch off that though. I'm sure I can figure it out. Be nice to retrieve that toilet and take it back. This location, I'm gonna have to dig out a spot, so I'm gonna grab my shovel off the roof. Alright, got that one shuffled into place. You get the idea on servicing them, so I'm gonna go ahead and fill it, and I won't film doing the next 2 because it's all the same. So snow doesn't look too deep. The problem with this next driveway is I haven't been there in over a month because they never had it rocked. And there were some huge puddles in the middle. They got a few rigs stuck in that little swamp they had going on. And I wasn't about to take my nice Civic truck and get stuck. So I might just skip that one and leave it. I'm gonna walk over there and see what it looks like. I just loaded up 2 full toilets, and I don't know if I have 2 more in me. That one was super heavy, but they have been dumping their little commode into it instead of using it like a porta potty, and so that means it was over full. So I'm gonna walk out there and see what that one looks like. So I could probably get out here, but I'm gonna make the safe decision. There's some sinkholes in this snow that I think I would just break right through, and then underneath is a little stream. I don't think it's too deep, but I don't want to tear it all up for one. I don't want to get stuck. There's not really good winch points. That tree that he was telling me about is pretty flimsy and hollowed out. And then in addition to all that, oh, see, that's not too bad. Ground's actually solid there. But that toilet is filled to the brim, and there's no way I'm gonna load it up on the truck. My back's killing me. Well, I just talked to the customer. They are super happy that I brought this up. They even were okay with the bad news that I had for them, which is I'm not coming up in my work truck until I can see gravel on that road again. Anyway, they were impressed that I did this with the Jeep. They said they used to have a Wrangler, but it wouldn't do stuff like this. I'm probably gonna be stuck now that I made that little jab. Anyway, I'm gonna load up this last toilet, and then I'm gonna head on home. I pulled over for them to get by, and I think I'm gonna be stuck now. Get back so I can get back on that main road again. You can see all over in this driveway where they've been stuck. It's him and his kids up here, and up until recently his one daughter was driving a Ford Focus trying to get in and out of here every day. And she finally traded it in for something, this 4-wheel drive, and put some chains on it. But you can see that everywhere where they've just gotten stuck over and over again. That's okay. Well, I'm done. I'm gonna call it a day. There's nothing eventful from here on out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and shut the camera off. About ready to slide in the ditch as I say that. Ooh boy. Okay. So that's a problem too, when someone has already gotten stuck in a spot and the snow is like this, you kind of get sucked into their tracks. And that was part of the problem with the truck that day, is the hill, you know, the way you plowed was slanted right there, and I'm fighting tracks from smaller rigs. It was hard in the middle and soft on the sides, and you know, all it took was getting one tire off that hard pack, and I was stuck, which sucks when you're in a big, you know, well, I guess that's just a 3/4 ton truck, but my other truck is a dually. That's what I was telling them just now, is it's not worth it for me to try to bring that truck in here, and I'm not gonna want to chain it up every time I need to do his toilets. So luckily he was understanding. Anyway, I'm back on the main road now, and I'm gonna head home. Thanks for watching. I hope this was somewhat entertaining. I know it's not the type of video everybody likes to watch, but I like watching this, knowing what people are doing, you know, besides working on their Jeep. And you know, I didn't build my Jeep for this, obviously, but I love this thing. It makes me so happy that I can actually use it for doing work stuff, you know, getting in and out of the hydro, retrieving toilets, you know, just scouting out a delivery even, you know, if the person's like, well, I have a really bad driveway. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.